spare money, the Barkers used their bare hands to turn it into an award-winning and much-loved tourist destination. Natasha Arting was invited to join the family as they marked 40 years of castle life, but in the best traditions of spooky movies and Larnach itself, not everything went to plan.
As a full moon rises over the turret for the 1632nd time, a new chapter begins in the history of Larnach Castle. This is the story of a brave woman, now in her golden years, celebrating her birthday and an anniversary. But it wouldn't be a Larnach Castle tale without an ill-timed death, an unexplained event, and a ghost or two. But let us start at the beginning.
40 years ago today, I woke up in this bedroom on my 25th birthday to begin my new life at Larnach Castle.
Margaret and Barry Barker's new life at Larnach meant decades of hard physical work, restoring the castle from a virtual ruin to today's tourist success. They've unlocked a few secrets along the way.
Barry came through this door into this kitchen and he fell through the floor and then the ceiling fell down on his head.
People think it's quite glamorous, you know, living in a castle and growing up in a castle, but it was actually cold and scary.
Tales about Larnach's wives haunting their home didn't make good bedtime stories for the Barker children.
You could hear noises like people walking along, and there were the possums up the trees, and just mysterious things that go bump in the night. And you always had to try in your head to find an explanation for it, but if you couldn't, you just lay there rigid until it stopped.
But that didn't stop the kids passing on the fright to castle visitors.
When we were little, we were very naughty and we used to hide under the beds because in a place like this it's very quiet and everybody's walking through and being very respectful and harsh, and we used to grab people's ankles and they'd just scream.
They weren't the first screams heard at Larnach. Over time, the castle had been used as an asylum and a soldiers' hospital, but its most mysterious years belong to that of its first owner, merchant, banker and politician, William Larnach. William Larnach's life was eventful but tragic. After his first wife died, aged only 38, he married her sister, but she also died at the same young age. His favourite daughter died of typhoid, and his third wife betrayed him by running off with his son. Larnach locked himself away in Parliament with a gun and shot himself in the head. After 30 years as the foreman at Larnach Castle, John Murray has seen a thing or two.
I opened that door there and walked through. The door shut behind me and I was looking ahead up to the door, and it looked like there was a man standing there looking at me with a dinner jacket on. And as I walked up towards the door, it just sort of faded away. And it sort of freaked me out quite a bit.
Yep, up you go. That's it.
Such stories do not concern the castle owner, who mainly keeps her feet on the ground. Last weekend, it was Margaret's 65th birthday, an excellent excuse to survey her kingdom in style. It marked 40 years at Larnach for the Barkers, but unexpectedly, Margaret's ex-husband Barry also passed away.
That was quite odd that my father passed away pretty much exactly on the 40th anniversary this weekend, because there is a lot going on. You know, it's the anniversary of my mother and father arriving at the castle, my mother's landmark birthday, we'll call it very tactfully, and then suddenly this happens on top of things, so it is kind of a bit spooky.
Strange things seem to happen on anniversaries.
It's the 12th of October, and suddenly all the alarms went off. We were all evacuating the building, and I went outside and I thought, oh, this is really strange, and snuck back in and got the book about Larnach, and then found out what time he died, and he actually died the exact time that the alarms went off, so we were totally like, this is just too weird.
Later that evening, Margaret's courage was toasted during her birthday dinner.
We bought the castle in what I would consider to be a fit of enthusiasm and naivety, would you say?
when suddenly there was an interruption. And the castle was evacuated.
Well, for a place where a lot of unexplained things happen, this seems quite true to form. The fire alarms have gone off during dinner on what is yet another meaningful anniversary.
Happy birthday, dear Margaret.
But it gave guests a chance to pay tribute to the woman who realised her husband's dream.
Thank you, that's very unexpected.
And turned Larnach into an iconic tourist destination. A success story that mystery continues to play a hand in.
Natasha Utting reporting. By the way, the fire brigade have absolutely no idea what set the alarms off. After the break, Jackie